Hello everybody, Elijah here. Welcome you all to another Epic 7 video. And today we are going to be talking about the Rampaging Abyssal Yufine. Yes, this boss, this new Holo Trials is out, and boy oh boy, it's not really challenging. It is literally a gear gap and unit gap type of boss. Typically most Holo Trials are like this. I don't, it's a little upsetting, but this is the first Holo Trials where ranking actually matters. Um, I am currently rank 1, but that's because it's only been like an hour since it's been out. I most likely Tristan Wolf is gonna like come in and then suddenly everybody's gonna have like 50 million points or something along those lines. I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah. This is the reason why ranking matters is because of the new Fates Glaze to allow you to unlock the EEs for Briarwitch Iceria as well as Arbiter Vildred. And the only way you'll be able to unlock one is by simply hitting the top 5%, because I'm pretty sure it costs, yeah, it costs 40. So you need to at least hit the top 5% to be able to buy one of these. And you're going to have to hope it rolls high enough and all these other kinds of things, right? And obviously, if you are in the top, let's look at the rewards again. If you're in the top 3, you get 120, which is like really, really nice. I cannot promise you I'm going to hit a 20 million again, but again, we'll just have to see, because again, there was a lot of RNG, and you'll see what I mean by that. It's really more so with AOL. But yes, we're going to have Acades, Oxlots, Vivian, Silver Sage Vivian, and AOL. Now, I think Seven Sage Vivian is kind of crucial purely due to the fact that she provides sustain for the team when, Akadi's skills are on cooldown, because she's kind of just like there to cleanse debuffs as like a backup, not really to do damage, but this is my Seven Sage Vivian. As much damage as you can get. She is on pin set, because you're going to be using her S1 a lot for this. You're not really going to use her S3 until like you like absolutely need a heal, and it doesn't really do much else other than that. And then we are going to have other mages. We have Angel of Light. She is on, this is where the RNG comes in for this team, okay? She is on Etika's Scepter, and you're just going to be hoping for Etika's proc so that she kind of always has her S3 off cooldown when necessary. The build doesn't really matter. She probably can be built a little, actually a lot slower, in my opinion. Um, just because you really just want her to be able to S3 to imply unbuffable when you remove the immunity on Abyssal Yufine. But again, I'll get into the boss mechanics when we actually do the trial run and all that kind of stuff. But this is what I'm using for that. And then we have my Oxlots, who is just holding some of my more faster gear pieces. You could probably build it faster if you have the gear, but a plus 30 Spirit's Breath is crucial. It is like a must. You have to have this, or else you just can't do any Oxlots comp unless you have like a plus 30 Spirit's Breath. So again, this is very, very I don't want to say it's pay to win, but I guess it is, right? Because you need certain units, you need certain like gear requirements, you kind of need certain like ML units. It's not even like it's RGB units that you can really use. I did use a team using Milim. I didn't really, it didn't work out too well when I used Milim for this, so it's kind of why I switched over to this team. And then we have my Acades, who literally is on random gear pieces. Acades is literally just there because what is really good about Acades, and you'll see this, is that she can just turn cycle through her non-attack skills. Just like going back and forth between her S3 and S2 and then S3 again and S2. And you can just permanently do this. So when the boss is on the exhaustion phase, which you will see, the Abyssal Yufine takes way more damage, but she takes a certain amount of hits before she gets out of that phase, and essentially you just don't want to hit her unless it is with your damage dealer. So Oxlots is going to essentially cycle the Vivian over and over and over again to juice a ton of damage to the Abyssal Yufine when she is in the exhaustion phase, and your Acades is just going to cycle through her non-attack skills, never hitting the boss. And AOL, this is where the RNG comes into play, because you want AOL's Etika Scepter to proc several times so that she also doesn't really hit the boss at all. But it's really just going to be these two during the exhaustion phase that will possibly hit the boss, honestly. And I was kind of thinking about this. You could probably build a DPS AOL. You could probably build a DPS AOL for this so that you actually are still getting damage, especially with all the buffs that you get. So I might try that. But again, I didn't want to spend too much gold to change stuff around and kind of like completely ruin my account. But again, we'll just see how things go when I actually show you guys a demonstration. Hopefully it goes just as good as it did when I was doing it on my phone, just in my bed. But yes, Abyssal Yufine will start off with her S3. She will apply a bleed stack on everyone, and AOL will just cleanse it off. Now, during this phase, you want to get rid of her immunity, and you get rid of it by just attacking her 5 times, and they cannot have any debuffs. So you want to make sure your team doesn't have any debuffs on them, and you hit them for 5 times. We're just going to go do and do that. You don't really need to turn cycle anybody yet. You're just trying to get 5 hits. And then we have one more hit. And bam. And then AOL can use her Unbuffable. And when you do this, you will get a huge boost in her exhaustion meter. Right, I think it's like 40% boost, which is like really, really nice. And then you don't really, it doesn't really matter what you could do now, I guess. Here we have Acades, so we're going to use her S3 here to get rid of any of those debuffs, because those are not ideal. And we're essentially hoping to cycle through until AOL has our S3 back up, because you want her to essentially have it during the break phase. Question is, do I break here? Do I break here? Okay, no, I break here though. And now we could just start dishing out a ton of damage onto the boss. And we will just hope to never hit it with any of our other units. The downside is that dual attacks can happen, as just now. It literally just happened, like what the world? That's also the other RNG, is just that, you know, your units are just gonna dual attack like crazy for no reason. But yeah, we just cycled through Vivian. Wow, that is beyond unlucky to get 2 dual attacks in a row there. I don't know if there's like a boosted chance for the dual attacks. There probably is. I wouldn't put it past Smilegate doing something like that. But those 2 dual attacks really did lower our damage by a lot. By a lot for sure. And then Abyssal Yufine will go and do her thing. Bam. We will not use our S3 yet, because we need to get rid of the immunity, so we're just gonna S1 on everybody. It is a little out of order, unfortunately. Here's one of the downsides, because now you actually can't do anything because of the debuff, so we're gonna push Acades up so that she can cleanse everybody. And then we should be good to go. Yeah, I'll push AOL up, so she'll take the turn. And then we'll apply the unbuffable. And then we will continue to use our non-attack skills for Katie's.
I'm clearly going to win this. Careful, please move aside.
We should be good here because AOL will have her passive up. I swear it's only in this where everybody just decides to dual attack more often. It's only in this mode, I swear. Unfortunately, Oxlos did not cut in front. I am going to push Katie's up just to cleanse. So we can have a little more sustain. And then we can break her right now. And then we're back to doing a ton of damage. And we honestly just repeat this until we get to the end of the fight. This will guarantee that we will not dual attack here, so that's nice. Nice little chunk of damage. Yeah, now that I think about it, and looking at this team, a damage AOL probably does work. Yeah, so we didn't hit our 20 mil because we got those unlucky dual attacks, but I guess you can see how you can do a pretty decent amount of damage to this boss using this team comp. But yeah, if you don't dual attack, it does work. And look, at the end of the video, I've already went down a ranking. I wonder who that could be. That is, I do not know this player, but they literally have the one thing I don't have, right? ML Luna. If you have ML Luna, you could probably do way better, but you know, it is what it is. This is what I could do with what I had. I think it's kind of funny how we have the same team, but they just have the ML unit that they basically made. They designed this boss around ML Luna being good in it. So, you know, it is what it is. But that will conclude this video. Hopefully that helps to give you a little idea. I will say, for like a free-to-play team, if you're not really worrying about ranking, if you just need something to do basically the base, getting your like 180 to triple S plus rewards, I would say that you could probably do something along the lines of the video. So using, I'll just show you the setup that I would recommend if you're just trying to get triple S in like the easiest way possible. Using this, probably with, we'll just do Tamarin. This will be your free-to-play budget like team that you could use. If you have ML Luna, you could put ML Luna here. If you have Milim, you could put Milim here. You have Conquer Lilius, you could put Conquer Lilius here. That would be like your budget team recommendation if you're just trying to get the triple S and not really worry too much about ranking in the top 5%. But yeah, that's going to conclude this video. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hope to see you all in the next video.